And now they've made like every time someone does something like.
Oh, like with the one eye, you know. So he was talking about that, and he said that one day he went up into the they call it the belly room, and he stayed over. I think it was there after hours,
but he wanted to go up to the room.
Yeah, the room that no one's supposed to. There's a room up there.
You can't go up there. You can't go up there. He's like, why? They're doing something. He's like, don't ask any questions. You can't go up there. But I guess he went.
Yeah,
he went anyway. And when he opened up I guess he peeked in and he saw all of these people.
Yeah.
Like with like
cloaks, black
cloaks, and they had like the pentagram
in a circle.
And it's just like, you know, Jesse is just disappointing to me.
That was
so there will be no movie. You know how they always make movies like 10 years later. There's no hate crime going around the world like they did with OJ. We had like 3 movies made. The OJ, remember he's in the Bronco driving. OJ, what is it? OJ is something else.
OJ Simpson.
Man, that was he was such a star. In the 70s, like man, OJ Simpson.
Even the 80s,
but yeah, man, he was on the Wheaties box. He was weird. Man, what him and Kate? Were they him and Bruce Jenner?
Yeah,
I was watching Battle of the Network Stars, and this guy in the comments said, "Man, I remember these two right here." Kate, it was Bruce Jenner, Bruce Jenner and O.J. Simpson were in Battle of the Network Stars as the 2 real athletes. To show the Hollywood people how to do the obstacle course. And he said, man, O.J. Simpson and Bruce Jenner, he said, y'all don't know how famous they were in the 70s. He said, I mean, oh my God. He's like, look what those 2 turned out to be. And he said, you would never guess. He said, you guys, if anybody was a teenager in the 70s, you would never guess that these 2 would turn out to be what they turned out to be. He said they were like the picture of masculinity and strength. We had this white guy who ran the decathlon in the Olympics, and he was on the Wheaties box. He said we had the big NFL, superstar. You know, he's also played in Roots. O.J. Simpson. He's just like in the iron. He said just to see who these 2 are today, it's like wow, we didn't see this coming at all. It was like, like Danielle said, don't judge. Do not like these people for who they are. Just like their art, whatever it is that Don't just listen to their music. Just watch their football games.
People always say they know people personally. No, you don't know them personally.
I love me some Denzel Washington. I don't know.
Denzel Washington.
He says some right things, but I can respect his work.
Yeah, I mean, people get so invested in these celebrities that they think that they understand them outside of these celebrities.
I'm sure Juicy has some little gay children that were like, oh my God, reposition, hey, you know what I mean? And they was like, oh my God, look what he turned out to be. It is sad because there is nothing. It's sad. Even as an adult, it's sad when you really like someone, like when you've been a fan of someone and they disappoint you. Yeah. There was a point when I like D.L. Hughley. I just don't like him. Or he's a jerk. What happened with him?
Yeah, D.L. Hughley has really he's become very watered down.
Yeah,
I think it's what's happened with D.L.
No, you know who disappointed? Oprah. I used to love me some Oprah. I used to love Oprah, but now she just like Saving Neverland. Yeah. When she did that. Why did you do that?
Yeah, why'd you do
that? The man is dead.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson has been gone. Why are you bringing that up now? While this man can't defend himself, he was never convicted of anything, and you know what I mean. It's just like it was just in poor taste, journalistic wise. And then she took it down because she realized that a lot of those they lied. There were some lies in that, and a lot of lies. And so it's just like she's kind of done stuff like that since the 2000s. Yeah. It seems like she's gotten worse and worse. Her and Gail.
But don't you think when you step outside of it though, like we haven't been watching, we don't really watch anymore. So now we see
just kind of
these celebrity stuff, and now it's like okay, now I'm just gonna appreciate their music, their movies, or whatever.
And we do have to remember they're human. They are human. We all make mistakes. We all do embarrassing stuff. But it's hard when you have like someone that you look up to, and then they turn out to be sort of fraudulent, or it's just kind of like meh. It makes me kind of sad. Yeah. It's like when I saw MLK at the Rothschilds party. You know what I mean? Have you seen that? There's a picture of Martin Luther King at the Rothschilds party. It's just like, oh, really? You're hanging around those people?
The Rothschilds, Martin?
Sick.
What are you doing over there, Martin?
It's just like,
we all know what those people are about.
Right.
They are.
Those are the eyes wide shut people.
Right. Yes, they really
eyes
are.
Eyes wide shut people. He's like hanging out with them. It's just really weird. When you see that. Every time and now they've made like every time someone does something like.
Oh, like with the one eye,
and every time you see someone do it, you think, well, maybe this is true. Michael Jackson and Marilyn Monroe's done it. They've been doing it for a long time. We didn't notice it. It's like this.
Yeah. Do y'all believe in Illuminati stuff?
You're like, all the Kardashians have done it.
I guess there's a name. You know what's funny with the Illuminati situation is that there's that name has become kind of like a celebrity in itself, right? That the term has, but I do believe that there is I don't know what it's called, but I do believe there are
secret societies.
Because there are. But I think that take over like the entertainment.
I mean, well, I look at fraternity and sororities like secret societies because you can't know about it unless you're in it. So
that's true.
It's all kinds of motorcycle clubs. Yeah. To me, it's all those like little clubs and elite clubs.
Where you're not allowed.
Even a lot of like golf courses and stuff. Whatever those certain ones are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all presidents, no matter how much they're Republican or Democrat, they all hang out and they all give themselves little signs. Even when Donald Trump, or when they go visit the Pope, they give a little hand signal to him.
Yeah,
he does it too.
Have you guys seen this?
The Pope and the president, the new president, always give themselves like this little hand signal.
There's something there.
There's something.
Like there's something. I don't know what it is. You call what you
honestly don't want to know because it's creepy to me. But
but there's some kind of like group.
Yeah.
Remember that? We were watching, we were watching, what's that guy? Joey Diaz.
Oh, Joey
Diaz, and he was talking to another comedian. I forgot the comedian's name. He's an Asian comedian. I will put the picture up here. But he was talking about the belly room at the Comedy Store. Okay, it's a very, the Comedy Store is a very, famous comedy.
Yeah.
Okay. So comedy place that every comedian's gone to in LA. And so he was talking about that, and he said that one day he went up into the, they call it the belly room, and it's a really weird reason. They call it the belly room because back in the day, people get these illegal abortions up there.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Isn't that weird? That's why they call that part. I guess in the Comedy Store, each stage has a different name. That's what it is. Each stage in the Comedy Store has a different name, and this was one of the more popular ones. Like the main room is one, and then it's the belly room. Anyways, he said that he was there. I think it was after hours, and he stayed over. I think it was there after hours,
but he wanted to go up to the room.
Yeah, the room that no one's supposed to. There's a room up there.
You can't go up there. You can't go up there. He's like, why? They're doing something. He's like, don't ask any questions. You can't go up there. But I guess he went.
Yeah,
he went anyway. And when he opened up I guess he peeked in and he saw all of these people.
Yeah.
Like with like
cloaks, black
cloaks, and they had like the pentagram
in a circle
with candles.
And
everywhere, because really dark. They're doing like the same. They were trying to bring Andy Kaufman up, his spirit out. And then he said when it was all over, I'm sitting there and the people coming out of that room. I just noticed it was like Lily Tomlin.
Yeah, it was like these faces.
Like Lily Tomlin. I like Lily Tomlin.
Like, what? He's like, it was so bizarre, but it starts to make you think like, so. Like, these people are really doing some crazy stuff, right? They doing some really thing. But even
like the guy on Vlad that said he was supposed to go meet Will Smith.
Oh my God, you guys see this? I'm gonna put this interview below, because I'm not gonna be able to get it up here because it's gonna be copywritten. But I'll put this interview below.
And he told him to go to like Planet Hollywood in New York, wasn't it? And he was like, "What celebrity is gonna ask me to come to Planet Hollywood, the most touristy spot in New York?" And he's like, and so I'm sitting here waiting. And then all of a sudden he asked the hostess if Will Smith was here, and she's looking at him like, Will Smith.
Oh no, because Will Smith invited him.
Will Smith invited him into that one, but he asked the host if Will Smith was here.
She
said, Will Smith is not going to come to a touristy place like this. You're crazy.
Yeah. He
was like, okay, but you're supposed to. But then Will Smith came out of nowhere.
Oh, his people came,
and then he went down into this basement.
They took him down to the basement,
and there was Will Smith and a bunch of
Bismarcky. He said there's all these different black
like entertainers,
rappers mostly. And I guess they watch a movie.
He said, I thought I was going to get raped. They sit there watching a movie. He was just like, but it was dark. He said they turned off like the lights and it was like dark in there. And I'm just thinking, but the movie, you got to watch the.
I'm
going to watch the thing because the whole background is his father. This guy's father warned him about Hollywood and how they rape men and how they do all this underground stuff. And then he was just like, so then this thing happened. And he thought he was going to go down there and get raped.
Yeah.
Hollywood's one of those intriguing things.
Because
because you even said like David Dobrik when he went to those parties.
Yeah, I was watching them. You guys know David Dobrik. I was watching David. Did they say David Dobrik?
Dobrik.
Right. Him and his podcast. David Nash. Oh no, David Dobrik and what's his name? Jason Nash. They have a podcast called Views. Right. I haven't watched it in a long time, but it was David was telling Jason about this because he's made when he started making it big on YouTube, he started getting invited to these parties. When you start making it big in the entertainment industry, every celebrity that's willing to talk about it will tell you this, right? Parties, you start getting invited to these parties, these weird parties. So he said he got invited to this party, and he went there, and everyone at the party, number one, was for him. He said he was 22 or 23. Yeah. He said everyone was old, like 60s, 70s. They were all old people. And he was like the only young person there. And then number two, they were all dressed in costume. They were dressed in like that Victorian. Medieval, like the Victorian. Yeah. Kind of like garb, they're wearing that, and so he walks in there like, what the hell is going on here? He's not wearing his regular street clothes, like he's not thinking of it. He's like, and he's just like, how the hell am I going to get out of here? So he went to the men's room, and there was there was men in there, and they were all trying to talk to him about staying a little bit later, and he just telling this whole story, and I'm thinking. He said, I was just thinking, what the hell is going on at these Hollywood parties? Like, who and what is going on here? So I always feel like in Hollywood, there has to be some crazy stuff like that going on.
Well, it's those NDAs. Yeah. You don't have to sign those.
Oh, they sign the NDAs.
We can't take your phone. They take your phones when you come in. And now they take your blood sample.
There was a girl talk about that too, where they do, I've heard about this, where they poked your finger to get into the thing. Isn't that
maybe that's what Jussie Smollett wanted. Maybe that's what Juicy wanted. He wanted to be a part of that, so he had to create something.
He wanted all access,
more famous.
Yeah. But anyways, you guys.
Yeah.
We always talk about one thing, it goes into a million other stuff. But anyways, let us know what you think about this whole Juicy. It's Juicy. And now everybody's calling him Juicy. They can't call him Jussie anymore. Just because Dave Chappelle messed that all up for real. But anyways, let us know what you think. Leave some comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And everybody have a good day. Bye.